Often labeled an equestrian ballet, Cavalia demonstrates a dream of freedom, cooperation, and harmony. Alongside the horses in Cavalia, the other stars that share the stage are the artists that perform death-defying feats and breathtaking choreography under the white theater tent. Featuring over 43 talented writers, dancers, acrobats, and aerialists from all over the world, including Canada, USA, Mexico, France, Belgium, Sweden, Moldavia, Guinea, Morocco, and Australia.
We are now in the artistic tent. We just get started what we call a tapis bleu. What is a tapis bleu? It's the blue carpet where every artist and people involved with the show get together 2 hours before the opening of the show. And we share notes, we share information about how we should dynamize the show and what was wrong the day before and what should be better the coming days. What is interesting here in Cavalia is we have 10 different nationalities, and they all together, very peaceful, all concentrate to do a beautiful show. I hope the best show in the world.
You know, Cavalia is a multimedia experience, and when we say multimedia, we mean multimedia. We're talking about images, we're talking about horses, a beautiful equestrian world, and of course, acrobats. And this is where I come from. My name is Alain Gauthier. I'm the choreographer of Cavalia, an original designer of choreography, which means that I basically decide what people should be doing on stage as far as movement, and I specialize in choreographing, of course, the acrobats. I also end up helping a lot for choreographing the horses, but mainly the fusion of acrobatics and equestrian arts is where I come from. Now, the importance of this is crucial because this is what makes Cavalia a unique experience, is putting people in a context with beautiful, majestic, magical animals, and also having the people do extraordinary feats of acrobatics that you see in some of the best circuses in the world. The combination of the two is the secret in Cavalia, and this is a very unique feature that you will see if you go see Cavalia in Singapore.
Cavalia is all about horses, but what makes it really special is that it mixes equestrian arts with stage arts as well. So we have the possibility as aerialists and dancers like myself to be working in conjunction with the horses. What makes it really particular is that it changes every night and it keeps us fresh on stage. I'm from a figure skating background, and this was my first experience working with horses at Cavalia, and it's been a very humbling experience, and I feel very privileged to be doing my art with the horses as well. So in the show, I do this particular number. It's called Bungee Cavalier, where as an aerialist, I interact with a horse that is underneath me, and I do flips and turns very close to the horse. And there is snow as well in this particular act, which makes it very mesmerizing and unique. So this is one particular number that I really hold dear to my heart.
So many elements go into making this production one of the greatest shows in the world. The attention to detail in the costumes, the makeup on each of the artists, combined with the breathtaking lighting and set design, create a stunning feast for the eyes. One that will leave the spectators in pure admiration.
So now we're here in the artistic tent of Cavalia. All of the artists have our own spot, and we're here for so much of the time that we like to make it more personal and have our own belongings around us. We apply our own makeup every day, and we work with a professional makeup artist every few months, and she or he will help us design the look for the show. For us, we like to enhance our natural beauty. We don't change our character that much. We just try to open the eyes and highlight the face. We want to make sure that our horses can still recognize us. So we won't look that different, but the makeup is more colorful and more brightening. So we're here about an hour before show so that we can put our makeup on. Of course, we spend time in the barn with the horses before then, but after that, we have to get ourselves ready for the show and be able to warm up. So that's it for makeup. Now we're off to costume. So we have our costumes not far from our seats, actually. This is my first costume for the show, which is for Voltige en rond. That's an act where we stand on a large draft horse who's galloping in a circle. It's a very playful act. This costume was designed specifically for Voltige en rond because I'm moving a lot. So I need to be able to come down to my knees and stand back up without getting stuck in or on the costume. I also need tight pants so that I can sit and stand up on the horse freely. So they made those for me. And then I have the top, which is open armed so that I have a lot of movement with my arms and I don't get costume in my face. So it's very difficult for the costume designers to figure out what we need specifically for each act to make sure that we don't get costume in our face when we're trying to do something on a horse. So I'm gonna go get into this. So now I'm dressed and ready for the show. I have kind of a quick hair preparation because it's my natural hair for the show. So right now some of the girls are getting their hair brushed and done and braided, and for me, I have to kind of keep my hair tied up all during the day to make sure that it looks nice for the show. I can't just have it in a mess during the day because it has to be my natural hair for the show. But I'm ready, I'm dressed, I'm gonna go get warmed up, so we'll see you soon.
Stay tuned. We will return to the magic of Cavalia in Singapore right after this break.